Hello, guys. I'm Pastor Ed Milad in Patch the Way. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are starting a new series before we get to the convention. It's going to be Step Up to Rank Up. And sorry that it took me a little while because sometimes I flip it. That is going to be a 8 weeks cycle before the convention. And today we have our presenter, Debbie Jones, who's going to be talking about the first one. And you guys saw the invitation, and the invitation I kind of made it a little bit smaller so that we can all see what we were talking about. And I called it something very simple: equipped, engage, and execute with our system 3-2-1 so that we can grow. And so Debbie is going to go over it. It's only a few slides, so it's not going to be very long video for that, so that we can train ourselves, first of all, and then those that we bring in, brand partners that want to grow and rank up for the convention or the conference. So Debbie, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me share my screen so that you can take it away.
Okay, like Ed said, it is 8 weeks to convention, so we want to step it up to rank it up using a new 3-2-1 grow. We talked about each week there'll be a new goal for us to go. So this week's goal is to set up our office. So to set up our office, we need two notebooks. I have used the spiral. You can either use the spiral or the composition, a clipboard, flyers, and a calendar. And on the clipboard, you'll be putting some scripts and flyers and order forms that we'll be sending out to you. So I'll go over each of the things that we need, what 3-2-1 means, and each of the tools we need for our office as we go. But the biggest thing for all of this is when you do your contacts is to follow up. So the first thing to set up our office is, like I said, the composition book or a spiral book, whatever you want to be, to use. One of them will be to list your contacts out. So like your list of names, at least start with 10 or, however many you want, but at least 10. And then the other notebook is to take notes for, your contact addresses, if you're patching somebody, what their ailment was, what you patched them with, whatever you want. But one is for your contacts and one is for your notes. Next slide. So the next thing you need is a calendar. Again, this is to book your appointments and to just jot notes in while you're talking, because you may not have both of your notebooks with you, but you'll always have your calendar with you. So you can use it to book your appointments and to jot little notes. Another thing is business cards. In the back office, there's templates to use, and there's many, many places you can order business cards, or you can make up your own. This is just a sample of what I made up, but I actually ordered mine from, I forget the name of it, I apologize, Lorenzo's son's business. Next slide. And you always want to have your business cards to hand out. I've handed out, patched so many people and handed out business cards. It was a lot. And lastly will be your notebook. I'm sorry, your clipboard. And this is, again, we're going to send you scripts and some forms to use that you can read right off of these scripts when you're talking to your people. When you want to go, it's one for inviting them to an event. It's one for just introducing them to the patches, introducing them to the business. They'll all be on your clipboard that you carry with you. And we'll get those sent out to you. So now that your office is set up, we're ready to grow. And again, 3-2-1 grow. Contact 3 people each day. Patch 2 people each day. And invite at least 1 person every day to a product demonstration, to a Zoom call, or to a demo party. And then always, always, always follow up. Any questions? And I apologize. I know it went very fast, but this was real last minute. So I apologize for all of us that we kind of threw this together, but we just basically wanted to talk about setting up your office and what 3-2-1 grow means. And it's basically building your business, contacting, patching, inviting, follow up. Any questions?
I do have a comment and maybe some questions, Debbie. And I know that you and Mary have been working very hard at getting these ideas together. And I gotta commend you guys. You did a great job because it's simple and it's duplicatable. Was talking to Nikki McCutcheon the other day, and I think that is in common with networks that are growing tremendously is the fact that we have a system, right? To be a system to implement. And it's easy to say, oh, we follow 333 or 642 or whatever number, whatever lingua, whatever acronym you want to follow. But do you have a system to implement it? And Vicky and I were talking about today because, people throw these numbers out, but you don't know what it means. And I like the fact that you guys say that this is setting up at your office. And immediately I thought back office, but no, this is actually not a virtual back office. This is an actual office, right? It's not a back office like what we have in our in our business with the website. This is actually physical things. And tell me a little bit of why do you think that we need something physical when we live in a world of virtual internet, phone calendars, and so forth? Why do you guys think that that's so important to have?
So I'm going to just speak right for myself personally at work. I am so busy at work. I'm a project manager and we just have too many projects we're all trying to work on, but there's people that are coming up. Oh, I have such a headache. Come on, let me patch you. So I have my calendar, which I can't really show you every day, who I patched, what I patched them with and what I did. So I don't always, I can't go to the back office or I'm always not at a computer, but I always have a pencil with me and a piece of paper and I can write it down, take a note, and I can go back and transfer it to my notebooks or my calendar. As soon as I'm done patching them, my calendar's open on my desk at all times. And I write down exactly who I talked to, when I talked to them, when I patched them with, so I can go back. Because it is great, the back office. But again, you don't always have your computer. And like my phone is acting crazy, just like my computers. I can't always get to my phone to get to a back office or to write something down. But I can always have my clipboard and my notebook. And I definitely always have my calendar with me, especially when I'm at work. They're out on my desk all the time. So it just makes it easier. And I know that is old school piece of paper, but you're never going to lose it if you got it, if you have it written down. And again, when you write stuff down, it reinforces it. The more you write it down, it reinforces it. The more you say it, it reinforces it. The more you read it, it reinforces it. So writing it down, and then you have it written down because I said, oh crap, I talked to Sherry on Friday and I did not follow up with her yet. It's right there staring me in the face.
That is really, really good. I've contacted a big lead last night and I wrote it down on my notes on my computer, but I really like the fact to do it on paper. I'm kind of old school myself too. I don't like carrying things, but I think having this, and it doesn't have to be a really big notebook, right? It could be like
Now,
a little
it
miniature.
can be the little tiny ones, a little one to jot your notes in. Doesn't have to be a big one.
Right, right. I have a spiral one right here. Let me get to it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So in this spiral one, I have something that it can be easily carried,
Yep.
in my little man
Your,
merce,
your
whatever.
MERS.
So I like that. I think it'd be really, really cool. And by the way, that contact that I did, just to let you guys know, after the convention or after any great meetings that we had, like we did in the cruise, you come energized and you have incredible momentum. And I'm no longer begging people. I'm telling people. And the
There
reason
you
why,
go.
see, when you have a relationship with people, like most of you guys have, your sphere of influence, they know how you talk, right? And the way that I talk, I'm like, hey, brother, are you ready to ride this wave? Because you're going to stay behind. And if you're behind, you're going to look back at me and say, Ed, why didn't you push me? So I'm pushing you now. Make the appointment. Are you available Saturday or Sunday? Afternoon or evening? You let me know and I'll work with you. Right away, this contact texts me back and he says, absolutely, I'm ready to go with you. And I'm like, I've been trying to get this guy for 3 years. But see, the attitude that we have is strong. And some of you guys might just hand a business card and wonder if the customer is going to be like, oh, what do I do with this? We have to have a script, right? And that's where this clipboard comes on, and it comes on very neat and necessary because you'll be able to go through that script and talk to the people what we need to do. So now that we're here, Debbie, let's talk a little bit about this 3-2-1. And I know there's a lot of numbers out there, but this is very easy, right?
Yeah.
How did you come up with this, and why did you make it this number?
It was just like 3, 2, 1, go. You always hear that, but we put 3, 2, 1, grow. And it's not hard to talk to three people, make a contact. Or if you can't contact them, at least write three names in your book. You got the option, contact three people or add a name and contact two people, whatever it is. But it's you were doing something with three people that day. Hopefully it's physically contacting them, whether it's via phone call, text, in person, an email, whatever you feel comfortable with, on one of the many social medias, or at least you write the number down. And the next is patch two people. It's very easy. It's maybe you don't want to waste your patches, but we do demos where we just tape them on people. I have that opportunity every day at work to patch people for headaches and stress. It's crazy, but every day I'm actually out of IceWave. I've got to place an order for IceWave every day. And then when you're talking to them, it's very easy to say, hey, I'd like to invite you because we have so many Zoom calls. Great. We have this one, and then we have the one again Saturday. We have Nikki's on Monday night. And then there's so many that you can do, or just send them a video from InTouch. There's so many ways to invite them to do something that you can follow up with and just get them involved, or get them, what's the right word I want to say? Just get them invested in you and in the product and in the business, that they want more information.
Get them
So to
plugged
me, it
in,
was just
right?
easy. 3, 2, 1, grow. It was short and sweet.
I like it. I really like it. I liked how you play on words with grow. Instead of go, it's grow. But
Yeah, but everybody
um,
says that all the time. So it's like, it's in your mind now.
right. No, awesome. I really like it. You guys have any questions for Debbie? I know Mary's on the call right now, but they're the masterminds that put this stuff together, and every week we're going to have a little something different to do. So right now, guys, is your time to ask your questions, and so that we can move forward.
And Nikki McCutcheon has played a big part in this also. It's, the three of us have been working on this.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I love what you guys are doing. I love what you're putting together because it's creating a system that we can duplicate, and we're going to make PDFs so that you can download those PDFs so that you can have them on hand. We're working really hard on putting the website together so that every step is going to be there. We try to minimize the step. If you guys remember last year, we did 15 steps before the convention. Now we're at 8. Hopefully we can stay within those numbers. That way it's easyable and duplicatable. So that is awesome, Debbie. Thank you so much. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, sir. I think that's it. Well, oh yeah, we'll do one more thing. Sorry. When I have like my calendar open and I write down that I've patched people, my writing is so bad people can't read it. But when I want to say, do you have time to book an appointment? I show them my calendar, and they have to see the open spaces where they could actually get an appointment. So even though those aren't all appointments, they don't know that, but it makes it generates interest even more, or the urgency. Oh, I better get on your calendar because you're getting really booked up. So it's kind of like a little weird thing, but I've had two people say, okay, yeah, I can meet that day. So just a thought. Kind
No,
of cheating, but it's just a thought.
no, I don't think it's cheating. I think it's creating the urgency for people,
Right. That's what
right?
it
So
is.
that they can move forward and book that appointment. Because if you say, "Oh, I got all the time in the world," guess what?
Yeah, no,
People are going to take all the time in the world to contact you back.
exactly.
So if you
Right.
pinpoint a time that is so necessary for people to get on
Yep.
that appointment, just like a doctor's going to say, you have an appointment at 8 o'clock, such and such a day. If you don't make it, guess what? You're going to reschedule. It might take you 3 weeks, 3 months to
Yep.
reschedule. So
Yep.
you do everything that you can to make that appointment, and that urgency, like you're busy, I'm busy, right? I'm not just going to say, yeah, I'll do it whenever you're ready. No, you give them a time and it's right there. So that's awesome. And lastly, the business card. Tell me a little bit about why it's so important to have a business card.
Because you want to get people's contact information, and if they don't have it, you can hand it out to them. Here's my name, or here, can you write your contact name on my business card? So if they don't have one, you already have always have something for them to write on and a way they can get in touch with you. And this one here, I just put this together real quick so they could go with this business card. Oh, I can't remember all that. Just scan this little QR code and it's going to take you right to my website, and you don't have to worry about it. But it gives them something tangible to take away with them. Or if they don't have something to give the contact, you can write their contact right on your business card and save it. But you know, you always have your business cards with you. I have my phone is like the little wallet in the back. I have my license, my credit card, and about 20 business cards right in there. So as soon as I go to patch somebody, they're getting a business card with information on it, and I'm getting their contact information.
That's great. I love that. And it's so simple. You know, you can do it with a business card. I've seen some people do it with WhatsApp and get
Mm-hmm.
people's number.
Yep.
And you show them very easy. You go to WhatsApp, you go to the little gear, you hit a QR code, you scan the code, boom, you got all their information. And
Yep.
you can scan, they can scan yours or you can scan them theirs.
Mm-hmm.
But a trick that I tell you, if they scan yours, tell them to text you right away, to send you a message, say hello. And then when they
Right.
send you a hello, that means you have their information. But if they
Right.
don't text you or send you a WhatsApp message, guess what? They probably won't text you when they get home. Life gets in the way and they'll forget about it. So
Yep. Do it then and there.
get that done and get that done right away. And
Good point.
to show that you are a business, right? You're not just flying by type of thing. You are actually a business. So if you take care of your business as a business, it's going to create business income. But if you treat it as a hobby, guess what? It's going to be a hobby and you're not going to make money on it. And if you don't make money, then you won't be able to order products to sell and to patch. So it's reciprocal, right? It's whatever you sow, you're going to reap. So these are all very great seeds of sowing into your business so that you can obviously grow. And we all want to grow, right? None of us want to stay where we are. We always want to grow. So I love the steps, Debbie. Kudos to you, Mary and Nikki, for putting all this together. Next week, we're going to continue to do our 8 weeks. I have the list, but I don't want to share it to you right now so that you guys can eagerly come so that we can be a part of that and grow together and get there. So we're done with this, Debbie. You want to?
Yes, sir. Nope, we're
Okay.
good. Thank you.
So thank you guys for getting on the call. We're going to stop this video and we're going to start the next one right away. So thank you again for being here and till we see you again.